How's it going, guys? Here's a great starting tip for someone who wants to get into fixing stuff but is a little intimidated. Let's say we got to put this little plate on this guy. It goes right here. You see how it has 4 bolt holes? So let's talk about this. So what I first would have done was I would have got this bolt through when I first started working on stuff. Then I would go ahead and just snug it down all the way. But when you work on stuff a lot, something you learn through trial and error is that when you do this kind of stuff and you tighten everything down to it, there's no give or play on anything. All of a sudden, you can't put any of this other stuff. So a better thing to do is to make sure you can just thread them all in by hand first. Every bolt that you got that you can reach. Go ahead and just make sure they all thread in there, nice and easy. Another rule of thumb is if you have to do more than this, you are cross-threading it more than likely. If you got to put a wrench or a socket on there just to get it to budge, stop. If you're also new to working on stuff, don't use something like this to tighten stuff. The reason I do it is because I'm an expert. So another good one is that if you're going to tighten with a ratchet, which is what you should do because you're a lot less likely to break something off, grab it close to the head. Like you see how I have my palm pretty much on the middle of it? Palm it. You don't want to go grabbing it over at the end because you don't want all that torque, especially at first when you're tightening everything. You don't want good leverage because the goal is to just make sure everything is nice and snug. Just snug. And if you are going to use an impact, you don't need to wail on it. You just need 1 or 2 ugga-duggas. 1, 2. Just like that. 2 ugga-duggas. 2 ugga-duggas. You know, you don't need to... This is for reenactment purposes. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Especially if you have a steel bolt on aluminum threads. You shear those threads, you're going to be big sad. But that's it. Yeah, just, you know, if you're going to put stuff together, use hand tools, don't use power tools, and just make sure you thread everything first. Make sure you thread everything in. And then when you're taking stuff apart, break everything free. Don't go ahead and take everything apart until you have everything broken free. A good rule of thumb is if you can't even break the bolt free, stop. Stop. You can't do it. You ain't going to be able to fix it. 1 bolt at a time. Don't even remove the bolt until you have everything holding that part broken free. And that's pretty much, that's my tech tip for the day.